Hey everyone, welcome to the social media and relationships episode. I'm so excited because I'm going to have two parts to this. I'm going to have one, which I'm going to have as a conversation with some guys, and then I'm going to have another one, which is going to be a conversation with some girls. So, right now, we have Sam and T in the house. Sam, what's going on?
Hey, how are you doing? Glad and happy to be here. Been trying to be on this premiere podcast for the longest time. So thanks for having me. Thanks for
I'm so
having me on.
excited. I'm so excited. Thanks for
Me
being here,
too.
Sam. Hey, T, what's going on?
Hey, I'm doing well. Very much happy to be here and cannot wait to get started because this is a juicy topic.
Oh, yeah. Let's get into it. So, for everybody who's listening, this topic is going to be hot, okay? Because we want to talk about all things social media and all things relationships. So, let's jump right into it, right over here. Sam, would you make your relationship social media official? And by social media official, I'm talking about like the Instagrams, the, Facebooks, posting pictures together, or like, let's say on Facebook saying, I'm in a relationship with this person. Would you do it? Or you wouldn't do it?
So first of all, I don't use Facebook like that anymore. So I don't even know how to change my status. It probably still says single there because I last looked at Facebook in a while. But would I post? Yeah, I would. I mean, obviously, when I think it is, worth it to be Instagram official, right? Like a serious relationship. Yeah, of course. I don't see any harm in doing it.
What do you define as a serious relationship? And also, like, how long into a relationship would you be okay with posting?
I mean, when you know it's right, like when I want to, when you're willing to take the risk, let me put it this way, when you're willing to take the risk of a heartbreak or any any of the nonsense that comes with relationships going wrong, like if you're willing to deal with that. So to me, it's like, you know what, it's like, oh, things might not work out or things might work out, but you know what, I'm willing to give it a try. And yeah, obviously you don't want to do it. I'm not saying do it 2 weeks in, like you look silly. But if it's been like a couple of months and you're like, you know what, this is really going well and there's a bright future ahead, then yeah, I'll post it. And also, I think
Okay.
I think like what most people do, we can talk about this later, right? Like most people using Instagram as an example, most people won't just like bam throw that person on the post, right? It'll start with like a story, and you won't even actually like see the person. I mean, girls do this more, but I've noticed like guys do it as well. Not as much as girls, but guys do it where it's like, oh, you know what? Maybe they post like a hand or something like that, or like you can tell they're doing activities for two, but you never see the second person, right? And then eventually, it's like, what do you call it? Soft launch? I think that's what people say.
Exactly. Soft launching. Literally, I was
Yeah.
trying to like hold back because I was like, I literally saw a reel on Instagram which had this whole video of, soft launching versus hard launching. And yes, we definitely do it as girls where you just show somebody's wrist, right? Or you just show
Mm-hmm.
like their back, but you don't show their face and you leave people wondering.
Yeah.
So it sounds like, Sam, you would be down for like soft launching in the beginning. And then over time, would you do like a hard launch? Like I'm posting
Yeah.
you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I have nothing to be ashamed of.
I love
So
it. And you have nothing to hide, which is good.
I have nothing to hide. If you're gonna look me up, yeah, that's probably one of the things you'll see. So why not?
I love it. I love it. How about you, T? Would you make your relationship social media official?
I think I would definitely. I mean, there's nothing wrong with making it social media official. And usually, I mean, the amount of people who are my friends or follow my social media, they are friends, family. I usually don't uh, add people I don't care about on my social media. So usually, the people who are on my social media, they already know what's going on in my life. So I have nothing to hide. So I feel like once I start posting pictures of girls on my social media, my friends who already know 'em, so it's not anything, nothing wrong. If it's a serious relationship, why not?
Oh, okay. Oh, you guys both came in hard. I'll say that for sure. It sounds like with T, people you have on your social media are close enough to know what's going on in real life anyway. And then it sounds like for you, Sam, as long as you're ready to take on that risk of, things potentially going wrong in a relationship, hopefully not, right? Like knock on wood.
Yeah,
And
you
you
know,
see
I
the
mean,
seriousness of the relationship, you're ready to post.
yeah. I mean, I'm not like gung ho. I feel like that now. It sounds like I'm always like oh yeah, let's do it. Like, I obviously, we all don't like, making a fool of ourselves. So there's always a way to do it with moderation. But yeah, I mean,
Okay. Okay. I have a plot twist question, Sam. How about if you're in a relationship and you want to make it social media official or post someone, but they don't want to be posted, one, or they're okay with you posting them on their social media, but they don't want to post you. Would that make you feel some type of way?
that is a plot twist question. You're right. Uh, all right. Okay, I'll try to answer this correctly. So yeah, I mean, if they don't want me to post them on my socials, that is a red flag. That is a crimson red, like Alabama reds, right? Like
Oh,
I'm like no, because why? Like I get the second part where it's like maybe they are not ready to take that step, right? Obviously, I still want to know why, but like maybe they're not willing to do that. But
Hmm.
if they just don't want to be, first things like either they're a criminal and they cannot be seen on any social media platform, which is a problem because I don't date criminals, right? Like I wouldn't want to date a criminal, at least knowingly. The second part, like, why can you not, like, why are you controlling what I put on my social media? I guess we should go to like some of the point stuff
Mm.
we'll talk about later, like especially when it comes to you, right? Like, and then to answer the other one is really tricky. Like for a while, for a long time, I'll confess, I used to be that guy. I was like, if they're not posting you, like you're gone, right?
Hmm.
Like if there's no mention of you, you're gone. And I was like, what's the reason? Because I couldn't find the reason, at least in my mind. I couldn't convince myself that you didn't have to be. Like there was no reason for them not to post you, unless they're actually not like a social. Because there are some people who are just not active on social media, right? Like
Hmm.
if
Hmm.
they're a person like that. So if you are telling me, you know what, I literally post like once a year, I'm not gonna post you probably. If I do, maybe, but don't expect that. I'll be okay with that. But in a situation where this person is actually pretty active on social media, it's a tough one. It's really a tough one, Michelle. And I think what I just learned over time with life and my own experiences is that maybe they have a reason. Maybe they've had instances in the past where it has gone wrong because they have been posted, which I don't believe. I mean, there are situations like that, right? Like where you introduce, because by posting someone, you're like what he said, you're introducing them to a broader community, right? You
Right.
don't know, you don't know who the people on your profile, what they're going to do once they find out that, oh, you're dating this guy and I can request them. Because if they request them and there's, chemistry or all that, then now you're in trouble, right? So I get it. I get it. I personally wouldn't mind. Like it's not an issue for me, but I also know, like, speaking for my guys out there, like I know, like, for a lot of guys, like that's just a no. Like if they don't want to post you, it's like, especially if you are posting them, it'll be
Hmm.
like, oh, I don't know. What do you think? What do you
Are we
think,
are
T?
we beating around the bush here? Is the fear that somebody is hiding another person, or they don't
Yeah,
want
of
people to
course.
know?
So
Okay,
it's two
got you.
things. It's either they're
Okay.
hiding another person or they're actually just ashamed of.
yeah.
Ooh.
The second part is a big one. Are they ashamed of you?
Yeah,
And I mean, I made a big point. Like it just depends. Is that person active or not on social media? If that person is active on social media, I mean, you'd expect. I mean, within a year, at least one time she has posted you on social media. You know, and if she is not, then I mean, I feel like that's a problem. If she's very active, if she's not active, then I guess you can kind of take it somewhat a little bit different. See what type of stuff she posts, how often she posts, and I guess you might have to talk. I don't know, maybe talk to them about it. But I mean, if she's very active, within a year, she should have posted you at least once, and just posted you like as a friend. But she should have posted you like like showing, like basically showing that nah, we a thing.
So
yeah,
it
yeah.
kind of gives, I guess, when she posts you, it gives I'm off the market now. Like this is the
Yeah,
person I'm with, right?
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I
Wait,
mean, I think
T,
I
can
see where
I
you're coming from. Go ahead, Sam.
Can I ask this question? By post, are you saying on like a story? I mean, we're now talking about Instagram, so I think because that's what
Yeah.
most people use. Are you talking about on a story or like in like a post, like the original way to post people? Or does that matter?
I think it's much more original on if it's a post because that'll last there forever until you delete it. Story is on in 24 hours, so usually like people are gonna have we have short term memory, so a lot of people have forgotten about that. And also, like I mean, it's very important. Like if she just takes a picture of you and you look like a friend, everybody might assume that's just a friend, nothing. So
Mm,
she
mm,
has to make it like I don't know, maybe hold hands. I don't know, something that makes everybody know that she's after my kid, she's with you, and not just like maybe that's another.
yeah,
And
those heart emojis. That's what I'm hearing. Okay.
this is coming from me, somebody who doesn't take a lot of pictures or post,
Yeah, yeah,
but every once in a
yeah,
while, you're just like, nah, you got to tell these people that or show these people that we're together.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a very interesting thing, and obviously, this is the guy version of the social media one, so I don't want to insert myself too much in it because there'll be a girl version, which I feel like I'll have a lot to say. But what I wanted to say was, I think what you guys are saying makes a lot of sense, and I think it's very valid, especially in the case where you, as the guy, like you have posted her, then it's only fair to expect to also like just hope, right, that your partner would do the same thing. I guess on the other hand, though, if you as the guy you haven't posted, then would these rules kind of change? If you haven't even claimed her, quote unquote, on Instagram and you've been together for a year, then is it okay if she doesn't make the first move of posting you? Let me ask that to T.
I mean, I don't know what commandment it is, but it says treat others as how you would them to treat you. So I mean, I mean, what is like I cannot blame them for not like introducing me to their social world because I also
Hmm.
haven't. But like I said, I don't take that many Instagram stuff. But if she's doing it all the time, I mean, I somewhat feel like she has to. If she's always posting all the time, if she's not, I understand. But it's not something which I'm gonna be like dying to be introduced to her Instagram. But I mean, treat others how you want them to treat you. So.
I think that's fair. That's fair. And actually, let's go into red flags. I think Sam teed as well nicely there. So, what are some things that you guys would consider social media red flags when you're either, let's say, even starting to talk to a girl that you're interested in, or even when you're now in a relationship? So, one of the things that Sam said was like, okay, it's a red flag if you've been together for a while, you've posted her, and she's not posting you. What are some other things? Are there any things to do with who they follow or like what they post? Are there any thoughts around all of that stuff?
I'll go ahead and I would say, yeah, definitely. I mean, you don't want somebody who you're even talking to, like posting thirst trips, like
Yes, I agree with
those,
that.
Oh,
those are very, for me, I'd say those are very, those go deep, they hit deep. So you don't want to see a girl like taking those thirst trips or,
what's a thirst trap for my people who are listening who don't know what it is?
You
T,
know
what is
it.
a thirst
You know
trap?
a thirst trap when you see it. You will know when you see it. That's the best way
Guys,
to
no, I'm
define a thirst
actually
trap.
genuinely asking, like, what
No,
is a
you will
thirst
know
trap?
when someone posts a thirst trap. You'll be like, "Wow, they just put that up on their social media." Like, come on, you know a thirst trap when you see it.
let me ask you one question, right?
Yes.
If you see a guy or you talking to a guy or you're dating this guy and then he's posting pictures of himself shirtless after the gym, how do you feel about that?
My man would not do that. No way. There's no way.
The thirst trap, exactly.
Like, why
That's a
are you a
thirst trap.
walking advert? Listen, why are you a walking advert? Okay, okay. You know what, T? When you then asked me, it became so clear, as clear as day.
That was my like. I was trying to make like show you what a thirst trap is. That's a thirst trap. And yeah, some girls do it too. Like the type of clothing they're wearing, like flirty images online.
But
Just
then, but wait, T, hold on though. The thing is, women, right? Like, I think, okay, let's talk about swimwear, for example. Someone can wear a two-piece. Is that considered a thirst trap? If someone posts a picture of them in swimwear, and they've been doing that even when they were single, if they're now posting the same photo while they're in a relationship, would that be considered a thirst trap?
What are they doing in the photo?
Yeah.
What if they're just standing in a swimsuit? I don't
I
know
mean,
what you can do in a swimsuit.
I think there's a difference, right? Like you can tell. That's what I was saying. Like with the thirst trap, like it's one of those things in life. There are many things in life where you will only know what it is when you see it, right? Like
That's
it's not. You cannot really, honestly, like you cannot describe it. Like you can never like fully exhaust the
yeah.
possible ways to define a thirst trap. But like with swimwear, right? Like of course, like I'm not expecting you to go to the beach or go swimming in
In
a full
track
tracksuit,
pants.
right? Right? Exactly. Like you know, you want to probably put it up, but like you know, if you're telling me, oh, I have to bend and touch my toes whilst I take the picture so that people can see the swimwear. Like what is that? Like you know what I mean? Like and also I
That's a
think
good one.
it's a culture thing too.
Something like maybe she's wearing something and you can basically almost see through.
Oh
Yeah.
yes, speak to it. Speak to it.
Yeah.
No, or she posts something and then the caption of it is very like thirst tripping. That
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
daddy or something like that. That's a no.
Wait,
That's
T, could you repeat the caption? What did you say?
like something like "Come here, daddy." Something You know,
Oh
when somebody if she says "Come here, daddy," it has to have my name at the end of that one, and then I'll be okay. That's fine. But if it doesn't come with my name at the end, then no, that's gotta come down.
gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, you've done
Yeah.
it. I am out. I am out. That was good. That was good. Okay, so no thirst traps. Okay, you know what? And I know we're talking about red flags, but I think this is a very, very good point for me to ask this question, right? While you're in a relationship, if you have female friends, just friends who post, photos that are thirst traps, how are you as the guy interacting with those, right? Like if you liked a photo and your girlfriend saw that you liked the photo and the photo was perceived to be a thirst trap by your girlfriend and she spoke out about it, would you be mad about it or not?
I'll take. I'll go on ahead first. First of all, I have I have I have quite a few friends who are girls. So I feel like if I was dating somebody, and some of my friends posted these thirst trips, I'm not gonna. I might like it, but I'm not gonna leave a comment that's like saying like something like hot or something. No, I should not. If I leave a comment like hot or something like that, no, that's not good. I like it. Like is good enough.
But what are you
Um,
liking, T? What are you
I'm
liking
not
about the
liking
photo?
the picture.
His friend is looking good.
Yeah, I'm
You
liking.
see, no, that's like double standards because you guys are out here saying it's a problem if your girlfriend is posting thirst traps. However, when other women are posting thirst traps,
That's
y'all are
not
running into traps,
that's not
isn't
that's
that?
not that's not a
I'm
like
not tripped.
why are you comparing? Like he's
Yeah,
not the one
but I'm not
posting.
tripped. I'm not tripped because I'm just liking a picture with my
No,
friends.
but
But I'm not jumping to those. Okay, here's a difference, right? Here's a difference. I am not jumping into her DMs, my friend's DM. I know that. I just like the picture. But if she posts a picture thirsty, dudes, a lot of dudes are jumping to those DMs. They're not
Yeah.
even probably not in the
Yeah.
comment, but they're jumping
Yeah.
into the DMs.
okay,
Yeah.
so okay,
Yeah.
let's go with that theory. So let's say she
No,
does
it's not a
post a this.
theory. Ah,
Okay,
ah,
okay,
ah, ah.
okay, okay. So let's
You
say that let me
you
not
you
say
know that guys who jump into DMs if you're just eating food.
okay,
That's
that's
just
okay,
just
cool.
you're literally at the restaurant, at your favorite Thai place. They'll jump into DMs. Imagine a thirst trap. Well, it's not a theory. It's true. Let's not call it a theory, please. Thank you.
Okay, okay, sorry guys. Clearly you can tell that Sam is upset. I should not have called it a
I'm
theory.
not I'm not
Okay.
upset. I'm not
Okay.
upset. I'm just saying I'm putting what is practical on the page on the table here. Like this is what is happening.
Okay, so let's say your girl posts a thirst trap, right?
Mm,
And a bunch of guys come and they like that photo. And then let's say
mm.
to your point, they jump into the DMs, but she doesn't open the DMs. Is there still a problem with the fact that she posted the thirst trap? T just said that liking a photo without commenting is not bad because he's saying, I'm just liking the photo. I'm not commenting. I'm not sliding into the DM. So it's okay. So let's
Yeah.
flip it and say if it's your girl who posted thirst trap and she's not interacting with anyone in the comments, she's not replying DMs. is their
I
problem
think so.
still?
I think this maybe we'll touch on it down the line, but I have a broader, like, I guess, way how I think about just social media and what I see
Mm.
from my partner's perspective, like profile wise. So, like, will I even know that 10 guys liked her post, her
Mm.
story? 15 of them responded in the DMs. Do I know that for sure? Unless, like, I actually have access to her Instagram account, which I don't, which I'm not really
Mm.
looking for, right? So it's like
Mm-hmm.
it's one of those things where it's like, assuming you have decided to go down that path where you have, like, literally the passwords and all that, right? Fine, whatever works for you guys. When Why would she? I think my thing is she would not even be posting it to the thirst trap. That's my thing. That's my first thing. Like, she would not. If she's my girl, kind of like what Tio is saying, right? Like, if she's posting a thirst trap, it has to be directed to me. Maybe she's posting for the whole world to see, which I'm not happy about. But if she has decided to go to the next step, fine, direct it to me, right? And why? So it's like, I wouldn't even be expecting her to do that. Because if she does that, right? Because clearly, like, we are both like guys who like to say how we feel. So she would know. She should know that, you know what, this guy doesn't like this. So if she posts it, knowing I'm going to react, clearly she's looking for some sort of tiff, or, we need to, like, have a back and forth or whatever. We're gonna argue, right? Fine, she has
Mm.
posted it. Now we're dealing with the consequences. If I see 10 guys who liked it, will I be happy about it that they liked it and didn't go into the DMs? Not really, right? But at the same time, it's like, if I see it's like, her homies, like T and another, like, homie that I also know is a homie, then yeah, it's not ideal, but it's not the end of the world. So I guess what I'm trying to say is there's no hard and fast rule.
That's true, but Sam, what I am struggling to understand, and actually maybe you think differently compared to what T is saying here, because he's saying if he did see a friend who posted a thirst trap, if he likes the photo and he doesn't comment or slide into the
Mm.
DMs, there's nothing wrong. For you, Sam, would you interact? Okay, by interact I mean, like, say, even liking a thirst trap posted by
So
another woman. What's
Mhm.
your answer there?
assuming my Instagram has women that I follow, um,
What does that even mean?
assuming that that is the thing, there's such a scenario ever. If I see a thirst trap, I'll continue on my way. There's
So you
literally a
wouldn't
million
like
stories.
it. You
I'll
wouldn't
just
like
continue
it.
on my way. It is not worth the heartache, right? Like,
The
why am
drama,
I
right?
liking it? Why?
Thank
Like,
you. I think
even
that's
if,
all I wanted
but
to hear.
but here's the thing. Here's the thing though. Here's the thing. This is a very personal choice. Like, I know for a fact that a lot of guys will not do that.
Yeah, but that's
But
what I'm saying
personally,
though,
like,
that
it's just like, I'll just, like, and also, like, it's kind of awkward for me. Like, I don't know what to say, right? Like, it's kind of like, it's like your sister. Like, if your sister posts a thirst trap, right? Would you like it? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really weird for me. So, like, especially with a friend like that, like, I'll keep it moving. I'll be like, oh,
right, right.
all right. Or I could, if I comment, it's probably to make fun of them. I'm
Oh
like,
wow.
yo,
Okay, okay. So
like,
it's
yo,
not in there.
it's never. That's what I'm saying. If I had women that I follow on Instagram, right? Like, if they posted a thirst trap, like, I'll probably be laughing at them, like, yo, what are you trying to capture? Like, I'm like, is it that guy? Bruh, come on, bruh. You don't do this. Like, you know what? Like, it's bunts. We start bantering and all that.
And you know what? That's the thing. I think on Sam's end, it sounds a lot fair when I'm hearing it, because it's like, okay, you don't want your girl to post thirst traps. And
Why
at
are
the
you
same
posting
time,
thirst
when
traps?
you're in a relationship, you're also not liking other women's thirst traps. So I think that, to me, that sounds fair. I think I have issues where someone is like, oh, they don't want you to post thirst traps, but then they like other people's, thirst traps, and they're just like, well, you should just deal with it. I just liked it. I didn't say anything, right? But I also just think liking in itself is an action. T,
Mm.
do you not see liking as
Mm.
an action? Like, if you see something and you like it, then your girl's like, why did you like that photo? What's your answer? You like the picture.
When you originally asked this question, you said if you see your friends posting thirst traps,
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. So with my friends, I'm saying I don't mind because you know why? Usually, I would say if I have friends who are girls, my girlfriend should know those friends enough to be comfortable to hang out with them and not feel like
Yes.
been going on, right? But if it was
Okay.
other girls who I didn't know that well, then there should be no way I should be like in those dress trips.
Oh, perfect. Okay, okay.
Absolutely not.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I feel like, whew, you've put my whole heart at rest because
Because I expect somebody I'm dating to be good enough to know my girlfriends, my friends who are girls, right? If
Right.
I
Okay,
have friends
okay.
who are girls and I don't introduce them to my girlfriend, then there's an issue there. Then there's an issue. Why am I hiding these friends who are girls to my girlfriend? I feel like there's an issue.
Mm. Okay, okay, okay. I think that's fair. And I think also, T, just from what you said earlier, you keep a small circle on social media anyway. So maybe for you, all your girlfriends and your guy friends, like your girlfriend would know about all of them. Whereas I feel like majority of people have a lot of people they follow or who follow them on Instagram. So the there are high chances that your partner would have friends that you've never heard of or that you've never met, right? So I think that's fair. Wow. Yeah, so much to talk about on these thirst trap things. Okay, so we can continue on the red flags, guys. Yeah, we can continue on the red flags. So you said thirst trap is one. Sam, let's hear your example of a red flag.
You mentioned something about who they follow.
Mm.
Like, is that a red flag on who they follow? Like, again, right? Like, I think it goes back. I think I just have like a different philosophical viewpoint on, like, how would I even know who they follow? Unless like I'm actively going through their followers list, which I don't do, and I've never done for
Mm.
anyone.
Mhm.
Unless like I'm actually looking to see something, right? Like, never done that. So like, why would I even know that? Oh, now they're following so and so who lives down the street from them. Like,
I think yeah,
nah.
I think it's very interesting because
Do you
from a
keep tab?
female
Is this?
perspective,
Wait, am I like losing my shit? Like, do women keep tabs on who
no,
their
no, no,
friends are,
it's not
their boyfriends
keeping.
are following?
No, I wouldn't say like keeping tabs, or personally, I wouldn't say like I keep tabs, like I go through someone's follower list to see, oh, who's who and who lives where. But let's say, for example, if it's like, oh, you're still talking to somebody, if I'm still like in the talking stage or like somebody is showing interest, if I go to their social media and I see that they've posted like all their posts are thirst traps, let's start there. Like that's a red flag for me. Or
Yeah.
I feel like if I go on like a guys, and this is, I'm not saying like while in the relationship, while I'm talking to someone, if I go to their follower list and I see they follow a whole bunch of, Instagram has a whole bunch of pages that show, I mean, let's just say like it's very close to nude photos. If somebody has a like if they follow like 200 of those pages, right? Or like 200 bikini
But
model pages.
why are you looking into that?
It's not that you're looking,
What
well,
good does it do for you?
no, I think that, okay, well, here's the thing. I think that sometimes social media can, it's not to say it gives you a full picture of who somebody is, not at all. But if you're still getting to know someone, I mean, it's like kind of, for example, when you're going for an interview, you go on LinkedIn, you research the people who are going to interview you so that you can see more about
Mm.
them. When I'm still talking to someone, if I go to your social media and I see like, oh, like there's a, let's say, for example, let's even take out other girls from this. Let's say you follow like, the motivational speakers, right? I'll be like, oh, okay, this person, this is the kind of stuff that they like. If you follow like a bunch of motivational speakers, that's your thing. Or if you follow a lot of Bitcoin people, I know that you're chasing the bag, but I mean, right now, Bitcoin is on its way down. So, it
See.
gives you a picture. So then add to that, if somebody follows a whole bunch of nude pages, it also tells me, it just shows me like high level, the kind of things that you'd be interested in. Does that make sense?
It does.
If you were just talking to that person, wouldn't it be different though? Than I mean, if like you are now dating the person
Yeah.
and
Well, by the
um
time we're dating, though, like you've passed the test. You know what I mean?
well okay, yeah, okay, that might make sense. Another red flag I would say would be like if your partner cannot open their like Instagram or social media DMs in front of you. I think that would be
Yeah.
Ooh.
red flag. Like I'm not trying to read their messages, but if they're like every time it feels like they're running away or they have to open, they have to be secretive about it.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like, if they like, maybe they're seeing something on Instagram and you're like, oh, let me see it. They pass you the phone, but they have to be there every time when you something. They
It's
cannot.
like top secret documents.
Yes.
The
Then
ones Trump stole.
red flag. There
Yeah.
you go.
Okay. So
I
T,
agree
I
with that
know
one actually.
Sam already said that he wouldn't want, access to his partner's social media. How about for you, T? Would you want access to like the
Oh, wait,
Instagram?
can I clarify my point before you
Oh,
answer?
sure.
Not that I
Sure.
wouldn't want access. Like I'm not actively seeking it. I'd never like be like, yo,
Correct.
what's your password?
Yeah. I also do not want the password. I don't want any passwords, but I want to feel like comfortable enough that you can let me see, like, oh, you
Mm.
showed me a meme, and you can give me your phone. I can like, okay, I'm in the kitchen. You don't have to be there the whole time looking at what I'm doing. You don't mind if I scroll down and up. You don't mind that. But then if that person is like very mindful and they're like, no, you can't check out my messages, my DMs. Yeah, then we have an issue.
That is a red flag.
Mm. Okay. Yeah, I think that's valid. I can see it. So question, let me start with Sam. If your partner wanted your passwords, if they believed in transparency, because some people, hey, relationships are very different out there. Some people are like, oh, full transparency and passwords and all of that stuff. If your partner wanted your passwords, how would you feel about that?
I mean, I would probably give it to them, but like it's also I don't know if it's a red flag. What's the middle of red? Like orange?
Orange.
Like it's turning into red. Because like I think a part of me that goes into sort of like those types of I would give them. Let me start by saying I would give them the password. But I'm also like, why? Like I really need to know why. Because
Hmm.
that to me would signify unless we're saying like right from the jump. Like if you're telling me, yo, date we said we're boyfriend and girlfriend today,
Hmm.
give me your password. Yeah, okay, fine. At least you're laying down the mark. But like if we're there for a year and you tell me you want to see my password, like I need to understand why. Yeah, people change, but like I really need to know why
Mm.
now. Why
Hmm.
not
Hmm.
12 months ago when we're starting out? But
Okay.
I would
I
still
think
give it to them because I like tea. I have nothing to hide.
okay. I think that's fair. So to you, well, from what you're saying, it sounds like if it's set in the beginning, it's more of like, okay, you know going in that this is the
Yeah,
expectation in the
I mean, like
relationship. But
with
when
every
it's
yeah.
yeah, but if it's now mid relationship or whatever, you're like, oh, where's that come from? How about you,
Yeah,
T? How do you feel about your partner asking for your password? And would you want your partner's password?
No, I do not want my partner's passwords. And really, I honestly, I feel like that shows a little bit insecurity.
Okay.
And that just diminishes trust also because like they can't trust you.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it makes sense what Sam was saying, the fact that it depends what type of, what stage of the relationship you are. But honestly, I mean, why would somebody want your passwords for?
I see.
Just feels like insecure or you do not trust your partner enough, which is why it goes back to the point which I was saying that if your partner is afraid of you looking at their Instagram while you're not there, or like they have to feel like they have to hide, then there's a problem, right? But like I feel like I should not be afraid of my partner being next to me and I'm scrolling through my Instagram. She can look, take a pic. I don't care. She can look at my DMs there. I don't care. I should be able to open my DMs while she's there. I don't care. But if she needs the password, hmm, no.
Okay.
What
Okay.
what
Yeah.
would
So
you do? What would you do, Michelle?
if what?
The same question you just asked us.
I forgot. I even forgot the question because I think I think I
Ah,
already know. I think I already know my answer. But please ask me the question, Sam.
About giving your partner your passwords. And here's another part though. Here's another part. Even like when it comes to what stage of the relationship you are in, it's kind of
Hmm.
dangerous. People steal your information and then the next thing you know, you're just like your account is like somebody's got into your account. What happens if the relationship goes AWOL?
yeah.
You know?
Yeah. No, I think that's fair. And I'll answer your question here and say, for me, whether you ask in the beginning or you ask, 1 year in, it's still the exact same thing. I think a password is something that I, first of all, that's coming into my privacy. Period. How do I put this? What I'm trying to say is, the moment you're asking for
What
my
are you
password,
hiding?
What are you hiding?
no. It's not the what am I hiding. Well, first of all, because I can vouch for myself and I can say I'm truly a very faithful person. I'm very loyal anyway. So for me,
Good
I
for
have
you.
nothing. Thank you. Thank you so much. I have nothing
But
to
that's not what
hide.
the world is out there.
True,
So
true. No, but Sam, what I'm saying is, for me, someone asking for my passwords, that's just, it's a violation of privacy, because I would never ask somebody for their passwords. Let's start there. I
mm,
have nothing to hide, but you asking me, it just gives a lot of, I think T went into it. I think it gives a lot of like insecurity. It also just means
mm,
like you don't trust me. I also feel like, because also something that happens in the DMs is, I have chats with like some of my girlfriends, right? And sometimes people might be telling me things that are very personal, or we might be having discussions about, I don't know why we would be doing it, but relationships in general. So it's not like a, oh, I'm talking to other men. It's just like a, why do you need to know what is going on in my messages? If you trust me,
mm.
then there's no problem, you know?
Because you're probably like not cheating or answering DMs, but it's probably most, it's because, you and your girlfriends are talking, smack about your man, you know, you probably hiding like,
that is
my, my man
that is
is
a good
performing well, or my
one.
man is that type of, yeah, that's what you're hiding, that,
No,
that
no, not at
stuff you're
all.
hiding.
No, first of all, I don't have smack messages about like any of
Mhm.
the people I've dated. Like,
All
no,
women do.
you wouldn't find, you wouldn't find,
I will
Do not
agree.
lie. Do
I will
not.
agree with
no.
you,
What
T.
I'm
All women
saying
do. At
is,
some point, you have sent that message. Maybe it's not today,
hey,
but
I'm
at
just,
some
no.
point, you have sent that message. Thank you.
No. Oh my gosh. Wow. Why are you people putting me in the hot seat? No, I'm not talking smack about anyone. I'm saying that potentially, what if my friends are telling me things about their relationship? Like, why does somebody feel the need to have my password? Number one. Number two, okay, there's also the other thing where, I'm not going to say it like that, but like, sometimes I have a password for a whole lot of things, okay? And I know that
Mm.
cybersecurity says you should have multiple passwords, and blah, 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 blah. But sometimes it's very possible that this thing and this thing have the same password, and me giving that to you, like, whew,
Yeah. No, I mean, I
I
hear
think
you.
it could
I
be
hear you.
different. It could be different after crossing over into marriage, which I'm not at that stage of like being married to someone. So I can't speak to what marriage looks like. But in a relationship, first of all, there's no guarantee that you and I are going to end up married in the first place. Like, I don't even know if, we're going to be together for another 6 months, or we're going to be together for 6 years. I don't know all of that. And that's just, it's a lot of information to give. For me, it's an infringement of privacy. And if somebody was to ask that of me as an expectation for a relationship, then that's just not a relationship for me. And then in terms of,
What about as an expectation for marriage? So like, you know, towards like, just to take something from like our African culture. I won't say what country, but the cows are about to come home, and then
I
the
mean,
guy's like,
first,
"Yo,
I think that that's a red flag, honestly,
yeah,
because it's almost as if now you're saying, "Oh, because I'm going to marry you, I now." It still gives controlling. It just does not sit
just
well with me.
verification."
Verification of what?
Things are as they are.
No, no. It's not that. I think it just gives a lot of like controlling, and especially like you said, at the point where you're about to marry me, now you're like, oh, surrender your passwords or else what?
But you know what though? Like, I hear what you mean.
Yeah,
Practically, these things happen. Yes, maybe we don't like we seem to be singing from the same page here, like we're agreed,
yeah.
sort of insecure or whatever. But like,
Hmm.
like it's an expectation put on, and unfortunately, it's mostly from men, right, towards women. Like, like give me everything,
Yeah, that's
and
true.
women do end up having, because in many cases they're not in the position of leverage, right? It's the guy who usually tends to have the leverage in many cases like that. So
That's true. And I mean, I like that you brought that up as well, because I think I'm even thinking of a situation where, and this is not from experience or anything like that. I can also think of a situation where somebody has cheated, right?
Yeah.
And let's say it's a girl's in a relationship with the guy cheats, and now he's like, oh, please, like, let's get back together. I can also see, a girl saying, hey, I need to see, give me passwords to everything because I need to see, right? And maybe if we are going to get back together, you're on a probation period where I'm monitoring your accounts. Or sometimes maybe if the guy cheated, when he comes back and he's like, I want us to get back together, maybe he might even surrender his own passwords, right? Which in that case, if you surrender your passwords to Misha, like, and I go and I look, there's nothing wrong because you gave them to me, right? You gave them to me. I didn't ask, I just received, and now I'm just, doing the thing. So I don't know. I think it's a slippery slope, but I will say for sure, like, relationships are very different out there, and to each their own. If
Yeah,
your
to
relationship
each
works
their
best,
own.
yeah, if your relationship works best by having passwords to everyone's things, then that's fine. If you feel like it makes you feel some type of way, I think that's also fine as well.
One more thing to just throw in the range. I mean, I don't think we need to debate this because I know none of us are married. I saw this comment from a very famous Twitter personality, which is Twitter is my social media poison of choice, I guess. This guy was saying, when you enter into a marriage, you should not have, you should delete your old Instagram account or even change like your phone number because you're starting afresh. You're a new person. You should not be, basically, I guess his whole point was, I thought this was very toxic, but I want to bring it up here because we are discussing anyway.
Toxic with the capital TOXIC.
It was like, you just need to like start afresh and get rid of your old hoes and all that stuff.
Mm-mm.
And I mean, and I'll say this, he was a guy and although he said it like specifically targeting at women, but I was like, the first thing I saw was like, bro, like, why is this not applying to everyone? Like, why just women? But anyways, I thought it was just like, wow, I'd never thought of that.
T, do you have any immediate thoughts? Because I have a lot of thoughts about this.
I mean, that's a somewhat opinion because I mean, think about it. Once you get married, you're sharing your social security. You're sharing your bank account. So, like at that point, it's like you might as well just share your social medias. Like, why hide social media when you're sharing stuff which is could be much more destructive than that? So, um, I don't know. It's marriage life. I'm not thinking about marriage life yet. That's
yeah. No, I was just throwing it in there. I think.
No, honestly, I mean,
opinions.
here's the thing. I think that it's giving a whole lot of control and toxic vibes. I think, first of all, we're at a point in life where some people actually use Instagram to make money, number one. Number two, even if it was just a personal Instagram, I don't see why I need to delete every single person that I had, every single picture that I had, and start from scratch. That makes absolutely no sense to me. However, if there are specific people who my partner feels like should not be on my social media, for example, exes, right? If my partner is like, I don't want you and your exes following each other, for me, that's fine because yes, I'm entering into marriage with you and you are if this whole ex thing is causing issues in our relationship, then I don't need to be following my exes. That's fine. But the moment you tell me, or even if you tell me like, hey, now that we're married, I don't appreciate you replying DMs from other men who are not your relatives. Okay, that's fine. But you saying like, oh, delete every single person, no. I think it's very wrong. And also, Sam, it sounds like this person who posted had a lot of things to hide because he also said that you get rid of your he said to get rid of your what?
He said why are they trying to keep their old like profile? Like they want to allow or leave the room open to old hoes to come in and start like reaching out to them, right?
Which I guess it's also different going into relationships. People are very different because I feel like by the time I get into a relationship with someone, I've already tied all the ends. Does that make sense? Like any loose ends
Yeah.
of somebody who was talking to, like those people have been weaned off already before I go into a relationship. So I don't have any lingering men or potentially, or at least that I'm aware of, because also you know how sometimes people have crushes but you just don't know. So at least people I'm aware of, I wouldn't have guys who are actively seeking me out while I'm in a relationship anyway.
Okay.
Question. So let's say your girl, let's start with Sam. If your girl posted a photo on Instagram, and it's not a thirst trap, it's not even a thirst trap at all, it's just a regular photo. And then there were some guys who were, you know, sending fire emojis. I was about to start singing the song. I was about to start singing the song. When they're like sending fire emojis or like red hearts or whatever, would you have a problem if your girlfriend liked the comments or responded, even if it's like just a thanks
I mean,
smiley face?
you know, I don't want to sound fragile or insecure, but of course I'll be upset. Come on, guys, let's face it. We're all human beings. We have a little bit of jealousy in us, right? Like, I mean, unless I know it's like kind of like back to T's point on friends that you know and have heard of and have met. Yeah, I'll probably be like, oh, fine. Like, you know, they're supporting each other. You know how, like, see, you know how women do this, bro? Like, they post something and then they're in the same room together, but like they're commenting on that post to make it. Like, have you ever seen this, bro? Like, I find it pretty funny. Like, anyways, aside. But,
Okay.
yeah.
They like the attention and they feed off that attention. So,
Right? Yeah, I mean, I don't like it. I'll tell you that. I don't like it. Especially,
So what don't you like?
You cannot,
Do you not like
obviously
the
you cannot control what someone says on another person's Instagram, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think what would be more, I'll be annoyed by that. I won't lie. Like, even if she doesn't respond, I'll still be annoyed by that guy. And if it's a guy that I'm somehow going to end up in the same sort of like circle with, maybe like we're all like big part of one big church group, for example, right? Like, of course I'll be like annoyed. I'll be looking at him with like, you know, a double, I'm like side eye. Well, yeah, look at him with a side eye. Like, you know, like, what are you trying to do here? Like, especially if they know about, you know, about you and they're not a friend like that. Then if she then responds, right? And like, again, like, why am I paying attention to the likes, right? But like, if she then responds and she's like, oh yeah, thank you, daddy, or something like that, of course I'm upset. Like, bruh, you might as well have just ended the relationship. Like,
okay, what if there's no thank you, daddy, but there's just thank you, smiley face, blessed emoji?
Did you really need to do that?
Okay, I got you, Sam.
I think the thing is, right, like, this is also, again, we're now going to like my philosophy on relationships here. I could talk for days about this. I think a lot of stuff in relationships, when you assess it, like, of course you love your partner, but you also need to think about it. Like, is it really worth doing this? Like, if I'm to speak to my partner about this, right, if they walked in the room as I'm doing this, or like watching this or liking this or whatever, right, like, is it really worth the tiff that'll come out of it? If it's not, then like, come on, mate. Especially if we've discussed it. I get it, like, it's like, oh, we've never talked about it, so I didn't know that's how you feel. But like, if you know how I feel, like, bruh, unless you're saying someone has hacked your account, or your ex who you shared your password with is now like, you know, he's
no, I think that's a good one. Honestly, that's a good one. How about you, T? How would you feel about your girl interacting?
Getting attention? She will love it. I forgot to say this. She will love it. I agree with you, T. Women love it.
I'll speak for first of all, no. You cannot.
Women love that. Women love that.
No. I'm gonna say this. I have been in a situation where I'm in a relationship, and then, you know, some guys who are like friends from like when we grew up as kids or whatever, maybe they come and they put like fire emojis. I know that it doesn't mean anything, because it's like this person, like we were kids, kid friends, whatever, right? But it makes me feel really uncomfortable, because number one, I'm like, if I like this, it goes back to what Sam is saying, where I'm like, this is not worth starting a fight. And I switch it to myself and I say, if I saw my boyfriend liking fire emojis from another woman, right? Like, how would that make me feel? So for me, it makes me actually feel really uncomfortable. I don't like that kind of attention while I'm in a relationship. Does that make sense? So, and then at the same time, it's like I see it. I'm like, okay, well, I'm not gonna like it because I don't want to send the wrong picture. But at the same time, I'm not gonna delete it because then it seems like there's something I'm hiding. So it just ends up just being there. They're like these fire emojis that I just didn't respond to. So not all attention is loved by women. Let me just say this. I think, it would
Mhm.
vary obviously from woman to woman. And I think the type of attention and the timing of the attention, obviously,
Mm.
right, matters. If I'm single and I'm getting fire emojis, of course, it might make me feel some type of way. But if I'm in a relationship, it might just be uncomfortable. So, yeah.
T, tell us how you
T.
feel.
Uh,
Yeah.
uh,
Tell us how you really feel. Is that a Future song? Is
you
that a
know,
Drake song?
I at a certain point, I don't mind. I guess at the beginning, I don't mind too much. I feel like later in a relationship, I'll definitely pay somewhat too much attention to it, or it'll start making me. I'll start feeling it definitely. But I mean, I feel like usually you can tell the type of dudes who are like thirsty for your girl, and like you can tell apart the
Yeah.
one like they're just hyping you up, but you can tell that they're not really like trying to try to get anything from you or from your girl. But it's like if she has to comment on it, I don't like that. Sometimes you can just say, well, you don't really have to say thank you. But if it's from like an ex or somebody that is trying to get your girl, I'm like, she needs to delete that guy, because I don't want that disrespect. It feels like
Mm-hmm.
disrespect, when
Mm-hmm.
she's entertaining a guy who she knows this guy is trying to get her, and she's entertaining this guy, even saying thank you. No, she's got to deal with that guy. But I mean, from time to time, I feel like she posts a nice picture, and then one or two guys I feel like um, they're not trying to get him comment. I'll be fine with it. So I'm not that like have strong emotions about that part.
Okay, okay. All right. I like that a lot. I'll end the episode with this one question and we'll start with Sam. So this has come up in conversation with some of my girlfriends and stuff like that and just people who I know. And it's the whole thing where a girl catches a guy she's in a relationship with. Catches sounds like it sounds crazy. Okay. Well, basically, let me rephrase this. A
Yeah,
girl's in a
you caught
relationship.
yourself.
I need to put this correctly. A girl who's in a relationship with a guy is minding her own business on Instagram and then bumps into something. It could be that the person she is with liked thirst traps, or it could be that he commented on thirst traps and then she brings it up to him and says, hey, I have a problem with you doing X, Y, and Z. And some guys actually flip the whole thing and like they go on I don't know if it's even, they go on defense, right? And they basically say to the girl, you're the problem because you're snooping, you don't trust me. What are your thoughts about that? Right? Especially if it's one of those things where someone innocently bumps into something. It wasn't that someone
What do
was.
you mean bump into something?
So for example, right? Let's say for example,
How do
there was a
you
time.
bump into something
Okay,
on my Instagram?
okay, I'm about to tell you. Listen. So for example, there are, okay, let's even talk about Instagram right now, right? So Instagram, if someone's profile is public, right? Let's say for you, Sam, you like or you even comment on some girl's profile and it's public, then it pops up on the explore feed, right? Then someone's like, oh, this reel
Mhm.
looks cool. And then they click on it. And then lo and behold, they see Sam was out there in the comments. That's something that can actually happen. You can bump into something that you weren't looking for. A, or even B, I know there was a
And
time
then
when on Facebook,
the real was like something like
let's say it was like a
pretty.
thirst trap. Let's say it's like a thirst trap.
Oh,
The
you know
girl's
what?
dancing in some
Yeah,
type of way, or she's doing things,
yeah. I was
or
gonna.
what you guys talked about, like, oh, maybe she's wearing transparent clothes, or like, when, like you said, Sam, when it's a thirst trap, it's a thirst trap. So let's say, for example, the person
It was
then
like
goes.
the silhouette challenge. Do you guys remember the silhouette challenge?
Yeah, exactly. So things like those. Oh, there was a time when Facebook, I don't know if they still do this, but there was a time where like on Facebook, it would tell you, if as long as you were connected to someone, you were friends on Facebook with them, it would tell you that that person liked or wrote a comment on somebody's what's it called, picture or whatever, and it would actually show you what the comment was. It's not like you went seeking it, but it actually, maybe the Lord revealed it. Okay.
Yeah, it's
So,
not the Lord, it's Zuckerberg. Don't bring the Lord
okay,
into
the
this.
Lord working through Zuckerberg revealed something. So anyway, we're digressing. So if something like that happened, what are your thoughts around that whole thing where some people do take the defense and then bring up the whole trust thing?
So I think when they bring up like a trust issue, I mean it's clearly like a classic like deflect and deflect and what's the word people use that like switch, what's it called, switch and bait and switch, I guess, whatever it's
I
called.
think deflect sounds good.
Or deflect sounds good. Anyways, like clearly there's a problem here, right? Like if they innocently bumped into something, if I innocently bumped into something and I see you like, you're like, yes, girl, like do that silhouette challenge, right? Like, of course, like I would be like, man, you know what? I'm glad that I found out, but I'm upset. I'm like, yo, what are you
Right.
doing? I'm
Right.
upset. Naturally, I'll be upset. But yeah, I mean, I just think that in that situation that you use, like clearly that person is just trying to run from their problems, which is what we all do in life. So I don't know. Is that helpful?
So
There's
what
no
you're saying,
right or wrong answer. There's no right or wrong answer.
yeah.
That's
But
fine.
you're saying
Like,
potentially it could be that they are deflecting because they
I
don't want
mean,
to
it's
talk about
clear
your
they're
issue.
deflecting. It's clear they're deflecting. Like, there's no two ways about it. Like, dude, if you're caught, like, it's like your hands are in the jar, right? And you're like, nah,
Yep.
my hands are not in the jar. It's some other thing. Like, bruh, like your hands are in the jar. It's right there for everyone to see.
It's
Like,
the evidence. The evidence is there. You know, you can.
yeah.
Yeah, the
You're
evidence
better
is there.
off. You're better off just saying, "Yo, it was harmless. It was harmless fun." Like I was just appreciating what's going on social media, or I'm just trying to keep up with the trends, or something silly like that. But like, you cannot say, "Oh, you're the one who's snooping around." It's different now. If it's like, the only way they could find this out is if they had to switch to like another account and like, like that type of nonsense. And I'm like, like, because women have these what do you call them? Finsters, bro. It's like they'll be snooping on you. You've heard of this, right?
Finsters.
Yeah, like they'll
Is
be
that
snooping
a
on
fake
you.
Insta? Is that what a Finsta
Yeah.
is? I've never heard the term. I personally don't have a fake Insta, but
It's like burner account.
It's pretty much like burner accounts just on Insta.
Yeah.
Hey. I know you said women have this. Oh, it's not all women. Some women have fake. I don't have time. I don't have time to be creating fake.
This is a show. This is a podcast. We can generalize. If there's one place to generalize, it's here. We can do that.
I want to hear that same energy when I listen to the girls' side of the this conversation. I don't want to hear this. You can't say man,
I
Get that same energy when the girls do it.
Yes,
okay,
sir.
so in other words, you're saying that I shouldn't be biased. Well, first of all, I just felt like in this conversation, obviously, I had to speak up for women because you guys were out here saying a whole lot of things about women generally. But okay, T, I heard what you said. When I have the conversation with the girls, I'm like, not all men. Oh man, this was really, really good. Any final remarks, guys?
With social media, right? I think one of the things I've learned at least is like, there's definitely going to be a lot of like gray area situations where it's like, this looks shady, but like, I don't have much to go on here. Like, do I really want to be upset all day about it? Right? And you then end up being like, do I want to choose peace or do I just want to be upset all day? Right?
Peace.
And you're like, what? Let me go for peace. Because also like, it's not, they commented on a challenge where another like 1,000 people commented as well, right? What tells you that the person who posted the challenge responded to them direct? Like,
they could have kicked it to the DMs, but you don't know, right?
You don't know, right? But that's the thing, right? Like, there's so many things you don't know. So it's like sometimes you just want to, face forward, just move on,
But what you don't know doesn't kill you.
Exactly. Ooh. Ignorance is bliss.
Yep.
I don't know if I agree with that, but this is not my episode. This is the guys' version.
So
let me keep my comments to myself. No, but honestly, this was really, really good. Thank you guys so much. It was such an insightful conversation. It's always interesting to have conversations with just all guys in an episode because it's like obviously I'm in the minority in this conversation, right? So I'm like getting a glimpse into not all men, right? Because obviously you guys are just 2 out of who knows how many men there are in the world, but just how some of you guys think. So thank you guys so much for coming on the podcast and sharing your thoughts.
Well,
Thank you for
thank you for
having.
and you know what you should do next after the girls whatever challenge?
Yeah.
You should do a versus, basically. You should do
Oh,
a
you want to
versus
come back?
of
Okay.
it could be us, me and Sam, or it could be other guys, but it would be definitely fun to do a versus of the women versus the men going at it. That would be fun.
Yeah,
Oh, I
yeah,
love
that's
it.
a
I
good
love it.
idea.
I think this was good to start off with because you
Oh
guys
yeah,
get
yeah,
your thoughts
yeah.
uninterrupted, except I interrupted here and there because
A lot. Interrupted a lot.
Sam, I couldn't keep it to myself. But yeah, no, I think that's a really good idea. We can do a versus for sure. So thank you guys so much for coming on here. And thank you so much to everybody who was listening to this episode. If you guys have any questions for Sam and T, you can hit me up on Instagram at Unpacking Love. And I will be more than happy to pass those questions on to them. That's it from us, guys. Peace.
Peace.
Ndiwe wandiro ya moyo wangu, ndiwe wandikanganiza fungo zangu.